I'm Jeremiah Wood with the Sunbird Sports Network. We're here with men's basketball head coach Chris Wright, Shravan Clayton, and Malcolm Griffin to talk about the upcoming 2013-14 men's basketball season. Coach, obviously a great first season in NCAA Division II last season, undefeated at home, averaged close to 100 points a game, and really, an exciting time for Sunbird fans. Tell us a little bit about how we hope to build on that this season now that we've kind of, last year's team kind of set the bar for the Pac West and for Division II.
Jeremiah was a great year for us, obviously finishing tied for second in the conference. Finished the game out of first place, started slow, started 2-3 in league, and if you take away that slow start, we'd had a great chance to win the league. And so hopefully, we don't dig ourselves, quite the hole to begin the year. But our goal is to win a Pac West championship. And with the 10 new guys that we brought in, we feel like if we continue to get better, at the end of the year we'll have a chance to do that.
Talk about these two guys to your left right here. Both guys you're going to be relying on heavily this season.
First guy here, Trevon Clayton. Trev's back. He'll be a junior for us this season. Had a really solid year for us last year. He was about 8 points, 8 rebounds. Shot over 60% from the field, which is pretty impressive. And he's one of two guys back that played significant minutes for us, and so he's taking on more of a leadership role this year, and we expect huge things from him on the court. He's kind of a guy that just, he just does everything really well. He's been an absolute monster on the glass so far in the preseason, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how that translates, once we begin to play.
And then Malcolm, obviously, first-team All-Pac West player, and this year also taking on more of a leadership role and more of a, kind of changing positions to the point guard a little bit, but already led the Pac West in assists last year as a forward. So talk about how Malcolm's game is going to impact the conference this year.
Yeah, he's back to his natural position, playing the point guard. Malcolm will be a senior for us this year. Wish we could somehow get him another year back. That would be nice. So moving him to the point, and he's done a great job of being vocal this year and helping lead our team. We expect huge things from him. You spoke about how he led the conference in assists, from the 3 spot. So we'll be really interested to see, see how that looks from him at the point. And so, it makes me sleep well knowing that we have these two guys back, because these are two huge pieces, to what we're trying to do this season.
And then, Coach, tell us about the 10 new guys that you mentioned, and who are some of those guys we're going to be relying on heavily, and how do you see that group kind of meshing with these two?
Well, we really wanted to add from last season just some more depth inside. I thought, Antonio Credit did a good job for us last year, but he was really, him and Tyler were our only 2 true post players. So signed Phil Jackson, 6'9" guy from Wabash Valley, who's extremely talented. So he's a guy that we think can guard any big in our league, and not only guard them, but have a chance to shut them down. So hopefully he's healthy and will be a major force for us this year. Also, Jonathan Jefferson, Division I transfer from Alabama State. He's been one of our most consistent guys this preseason. Just a hard worker. Does everything right. Does what we ask him to do. He'll be a very, very solid contributor for us this year as well. We added several new guards as well. Local guy Jackson Carbajal, coming back to Fresno to finish his senior year. Jackson's an outstanding shooter. Had a really good sophomore year at Sac State. His junior year was kind of not quite where he wanted it to be, but man, I think he's going to make an instant impact, and he's going to be a great player for us. So he's he should have a special senior year. Also, L Thompson, the guard from Phoenix. L's as talented of a player as we have. A guy that really shoots the ball, that really creates a lot for other people around him. And so we'll get him back hopefully around mid-season, and he'll be a welcome addition come close to Christmas time. We had, like I said, 6 other guys that we think are going to do a lot of good things for us. Josh Mason will be a solid contributor in the backcourt. Another guy with Division I experience, Lonnie Watson, a guy that can really shoot the ball, that just really understands who he is as a basketball player. Added a couple of freshmen, Philip Randalls and Matt Howard. I've been really pleased with how they progressed the past 3 weeks. I think they're going to end up being really, really good players for us down the road. I think Phil has a chance to get minutes for us this year, just with the way he shoots the ball and just the type of person that he is. I think he's going to have a really good freshman year. And then lastly, Anthony Dixon, transfer, went to San Jose State originally, then went to West Valley. Guy that's super talented. He's just got to continue to learn our system and learn, what it is that we want out of him. But he's a guy that could, really help us.
Then Malcolm, you obviously had one of the better years in school history last year. 20-something double-doubles, multiple triple-doubles, the buzzer beater against Dixie State that everybody remembers. Tell us about what what you can do for an encore this season and what you've been working on in the off season, and a little bit about the transition to the point guard spot.
Well, what I want to do this season, me being at the point guard spot, I told Coach last year at the end of the year that, I wanted to be a contributor to the team. I kind of did my share of helping us get some guys in this summer, that could help me in the backcourt. I just want to, me being on the court, I just like to see my teammates score. You know what I'm saying? When you pass to your teammates, they want to screen for you. They want to rebound for you. They want to do all the little things that we need to win. So everybody doing stuff for everybody, then we stay on the same page. We get to ultimate goal like we want to at the end of the day, and that's a, national championship. And as far as me in the summer, I did a lot of reading, knowing that I was coming back, being a leader this year. Last year I had my leadership role, but, I kind of took the back seat, really didn't say too much. And, I think at the end of the day, that's why we didn't finish, on top like we wanted to. I feel if I would have been more vocal, more of a, a captain, then, we could have accomplished the goal. But I'm glad I'm back here for another year with this group that we have. Coaches recruited some good talent to, work with me and Trev, and, the other two returners, Ty and Packard, coming back, So we're just trying to gel, get it together. I read a lot of books on, Michael Jordan and John Wooden on just, learning the game more and trying to be more of a vocal leader and a leader for my team. I think it has helped me out, in the long run. So we'll see this season. And I think out of this team, you can expect us to, play hard, with the coach we have, Coach Wright, new assistant coach, Coach Renner. They really put it on us every day, challenge us to be good every day, So as we just come with our hats ready to work every day, then we should have a successful season. I think we could really do it. We just got to stay focused and, pay attention to little details, because that's what wins games.
And then, Trev, you came off the bench quite a bit last season, started some games for us. You were named the team's most improved player at the end of the year. Tell us kind of what fans can expect from you this season, what you've worked on, kind of your increased role on the court, and then also maybe how you're stepping into more of a leadership role with the team.
I know this summer I worked a lot on, like Coach and I talked about, being more aggressive. So I go play pickleball or something and try to assert myself in the game, whether it's me having the ball or not, just picking and choosing the right situations to try to make something happen for whoever my teammates are. Just like last season, you can expect effort and just hard work and dedication, all the adjectives you want to use. But, that's just me. I'm not a person who demands the ball, but, I try to do the small things for my teammates, for my coaches, try to set an example for the rest of my teammates. Hopefully I can rub off on them.
And then having been here last year, kind of where do you see this team stacking up talent-wise? How far do you think this team can go?
I think we can go the distance. This team seems to have already established a little bit more chemistry that we may have had last year. We just have to put it together. We have to come with effort every day, and Malcolm and I have to try to be the leaders to get the effort out of our teammates, opposed to our coaches having to coach effort all the time. That might be one of the things that may hold us back for a few games until we get it together.
And then Chris, obviously got a taste of Pac-West competition last season. This year, conference schedule's looking equally tough, if not more. Dixie State, the defending conference champ, just knocked off UNLV the other night, and then Azusa Pacific redshirted some guys last year, and a really talented team. Tell us where you see us kind of stacking up, and a little bit about our schedule this season.
It's a heck of a league. When you look at it, like you said, the defending champs, Dixie State, they return a lot of guys, signed a great recruiting class. They'll be really good this year. They're always extremely tough to play anywhere, but especially in St. George. So that'll be definitely a challenge for us. Also, BYU Hawaii returns a lot of their key players. I think they'll be very good. You mentioned Azusa Pacific, who I think will have a great chance to win the league. They redshirted, Sandoval and Monroe. Bring those guys back with the core that they returned from last year. I think they'll be riding the mix. Cal Baptist will be much improved. Chaminade obviously went to the NCAA tournament. Point Loma will be, I think, will be very, very good. So it's a good league top to bottom. There are not too many nights where you're able to come out and not play well and end up with a win. You have to show up every single night. And so I think if we continue to work hard, we continue to just really be committed to the defensive end, because we have a lot of guys who can score the ball. I don't worry about us scoring at all. But I think the question is, are we going to really care about defending? And if we do that, I think we'll have a chance to be in the mix when that time rolls around.
And then lastly, Chris, I know you'll be wearing tennis shoes for every game this season. If you just want to maybe briefly explain for our fans kind of the story behind that and what you'll be doing that for.
Yeah, it's it has a special meaning for myself and for my wife. My father-in-law, George Aquina, he's battling cancer right now, and so one way that I feel like we can show support for him is the Coaches versus Cancer. Coaches typically wear tennis shoes, and so every game that we play this year, I have tennis shoes on, for him. And I know it's a disease that almost all of us are affected by in some form or fashion. I think we all know someone that's had to battle cancer, and so our thoughts and prayers will definitely be with him. And it's just a small thing that we can do to let him know that we love him and that we're supporting him and that he's in our thoughts and prayers.
Thanks, Coach. The Sunbirds open up this Friday night, or this Friday afternoon at 3:30 p.m. against Simon Fraser. Check the website, fpuathletics.com, for the team's full schedule. And all games can be watched live video broadcast on fpuathletics.com. For the Sunbird Sports Network, I'm Jeremiah Wood.